Hello year 3 and welcome back to our book corner. I'm joined with Billy today and we're so excited to see what happens next in our story. Let's have a look. Bulk's eating may have been prodigious, but his teaching was not. His sports lessons were a complete joke. What made matters worse was that a huge match with a rival school was looming, and not a single boy at Twaddle School had received a moment's football coaching. They hadn't even seen a ball, let alone kicked one. It was the school's football championships, and the Twaddle team was heading for yet another disaster. Every week the boys would plead, "Please, please, 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 can we have a practice game, sir? Otherwise we're going to get thrashed." Have I ever told you my story about the World Badminton Championships? I hit the shuttlecock so hard it shot up into outer space. "Yes, sir," chimed the boys, "1,000,000 times." The days, weeks and months passed, and the school football championships were edging nearer. In the time when the boys should have been honing their football skills, Bulk was boring the life out of them with stories about how he could beat anyone in a swimming race across the English Channel, even though he still had to wear armbands, get a hole-in-one on the golf course in Scotland, even if he teed the ball in Ireland, outrun the fastest man in the world 100 metres and still have time to stop for a kebab on the way, karate kick a tree over, win the Tour de France on his mum's three-wheeler, wrestle a man to the ground while still eating a bag of pork scratchings, weightlift the entire science block, including the hefty laboratory technician, Mrs. Chafe, pole vault over the main school using only a 30-centimetre ruler for a pole. Finally, the day of the big match came. Twaddle School was facing a team from the reigning champions, Course College. They had won the school's football championship every year for a staggering 100 years. It was hardly surprising, as they always cheated. First, although it was an under-12s match, most of the Course College team looked much, much older. One even had to shave just before kick-off. Whoa! Second, Course College played dirty. They spent more time tripping you up, thud, elbowing you in the eye, whack, or kneeing you in the groin, doing, than they ever did kicking the ball, boot. Third, they made sure one of their dads was always the referee. So the dad referee blew the whistle for the start of the game as the Twaddle team was still running onto the pitch. "Toot! To me!" shouted the course captain, who actually had a beard. His team fanned out behind him. It looked as if there had been a mass escape from the local prison. There was a sea of broken noses, tattoos and hairy legs. Needless to say, they demolished their opponents in second. Goal! 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 The poor Twaddles did their best, but they didn't stand a chance, not least because they'd had zero opportunity to practice. At half-time, the referee blew the whistle. The score was 10-0 to the Course College. Toot! Not that Mr. Bulk had paid much attention to the game. He was much more interested in the table of sandwiches that had been laid out for all the boys to eat after the match. Sadly for them, Bulk had eaten them all, except one final coronation chicken sandwich. The teacher was now eyeing up the table, wondering if would taste nice. What was left of the Twaddle team hobbled over to him. "Mr. Bulk, we're being thrashed," began the captain. "What are we going to do?" The teacher stood perfectly still, save for one part of his body, his mouth. He was chewing, and finally he swallowed that last sandwich. Gulp. Ponga wonga wonga wah. That was a spicy one. Finally he spoke. "Boys, listen to me. I am the champions of champions." "No, you listen to me," snapped the captain. "You are a champion of nothing. You made it all up." "It's all nonsense," added the goalie. "The only ball I've ever seen you catch is a meatball, stated the centre forward. Ha 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 ha. The team all laughed at their teacher, who became sad. He took a deep breath and began speaking slowly and softly. I am not stupid. I know that what you call me behind my back. The incredible bulk. Well, it's not my fault I love my food. And I can dream, can't I? All of a sudden, the boys felt terrible for mocking him and gazed down at their football boots. I know that one day I can be the GOAT. The what? Asked the captain. GOAT stands for the greatest of all time. And that day is today. With that, Bulk waddled onto the pitch. Waddle, waddle, waddle. Now we're really done for, remarked the Twaddle captain. He and his teammates stayed on the sidelines of the Course College boys, if they could indeed be called boys. All jeered at Mr. Bulk as if to say, who is this huge lump? Huh, huh, huh. However, when their team captain tried to weave round him with the ball, Bulk simply stuck his huge tummy out and boom! The man didn't stand a chance. He bounced against Bulk's bulk so hard, boing, that he shot up into the air. Zoom! The Course captain landed on the far side of the pitch in a puddle of mud. Splat! Squelch! One down, called out Bulk. The referee blew his whistle, doot, and pulled out a red card to send the sports teacher off. How dare you! That's my son! He's only just turned 30, screamed the referee. Oh, I do dare, replied Bulk. I do. With that, the Bulk bashed into the referee with his tummy. Boink! Ah! Oh, my life, poor referee. Can you believe his child was 30 and playing in a 12-year-old's match? Someone needs to do a bit of growing up, I think. Let's see what happens tomorrow. Join us for part 3.